Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Coming up today on HHS In Depth. We're 1 week away from prom, and we will bring you some help on planning out a perfect prom night while you still have time to do so.
Along with a story over why the math resource room is no longer open after school to get extra help in your math courses.
Plus in sports, spring sports continue into April. I'll get you caught up later in Down to the Wire.
Those stories and more coming to you today only on HHS In Depth.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Ryan Weidler.
And I'm Bryce Garrett. Welcome to another episode of HHS In Depth. And Ryan, we're only a week and a day away from this year's Homestead prom, which gives you a little bit more time to plan out your day.
So, what are the essentials for an amazing prom? HHS In Depth reporter Megan Kelly joins us now with some answers on how you can prepare for a perfect prom this year.
Prom is a special evening that upperclassmen look forward to all year. But what do you need to do before the big night? The first big question is, what will you be wearing? While deciding on the perfect outfit can be difficult, finding great options isn't. For dress and suit shopping, Glenburg Mall and the surrounding area is an excellent place to start looking. One great option is Windsor. With a huge selection of the latest styles and many color options, it's a great place to find the perfect dress or accessories. Likewise, in Macy's they have a ton of great and affordable options ranging from around $60 to $200. For tuxedos and suits, places like Men's Warehouse, Louis Tuck Shop, and Solo Menswear are good places to check out. Accessories like jewelry and shoes can be found at many of those stores too, although places like Bon Mar and even Amazon can provide options. After you pick your outfit, the next step is to figure out where you want your pictures to be. If you want to get a professional photographer, make sure to book them far in advance and get their opinion on a good place to shoot your session. But for a cheaper option, popular places like Headwaters Park and Promenade Park are great options for a photo op. Other amazing locations for pictures are the colorful murals near the landing for an artsier look. Popular meal destinations include Takaoka, Cork and Cleaver, and even Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Although if you're going for some more budget-friendly options, Bob Evans or Salvatore's are fun places to go before or after the dance. Wherever you go, make sure to call in early to make your reservation if possible to make sure you have a place to eat at. Parking will be packed at prom, so I recommend carpooling or having someone drop you and your friends off at the dance. Although, if you want to arrive in style, renting a limo is a very luxurious way to get to the dance. If you are driving to prom, consider ahead of time which parking garages are within walking distance and your budget. But the biggest thing to remember is to be safe on the roads, as downtown gets very crowded and other proms are likely going on as well. After prom, the party doesn't have to end. Consider booking or making plans to go someplace with your friends after, like a friend's house, bowling alley, or a quick bite at a restaurant. The countless things to prepare and places to book can be overwhelming, but with these tips, you'll be on your way to the perfect night. You can buy prom tickets at lunch today for $30, next week for $35, or at the door for $40. Keep track of your tickets and your student IDs, as you'll need both to enter, and lost or stolen tickets will not be reimbursed. Whatever your plans are for prom night, I'm sure it'll be a night to remember.
Thanks, Megan. Well, 1 week ago, we were treated to our first performing arts convocation since 2019. And we are now joined by one of the performers from last week's show, Alex Tennell. And Alex, is it true that you performed in more than one performing arts this year?
That is correct. I am a part of Homestead Symphony Orchestra as well as Homestead Class Royale.
What was the mindset of the performing artists leading up to performing in front of the entire student body?
I feel like it was a bit nerve-wracking for sure. Definitely to perform in front of a group of people who had never seen us perform for some people. And it was really rewarding though to receive that response, the positive response from the student body. So overall, it was a really rewarding experience, and I'm glad that I got to do it before I leave Homestead.
What was your favorite part of the Spring Arts Convocation?
My favorite part was definitely being able to see all the other groups perform, because since I'm in two groups myself, I don't get to see the other groups perform much, other competitions and their invitationals. So it was really nice to see the dance team and the color guard and the jazz band perform.
Other than the events that you were performing in, what were some of the highlights from the other performing arts that day?
I really think every group was amazing and we all highlighted our skills very well. But I think one thing that really stood out to me was that everyone gave the Champions Together dance team a standing ovation and really made them feel like rock stars on stage. And I feel like that was a really, really special moment. I just really enjoyed seeing them and the dance teams especially perform, just because I have a lot of friends on the dance team, and it was just such a special moment.
As a senior, how do you feel about the fact that you were able to be a part of the return of the Convocation this year before you graduated?
Honestly, at the beginning, I was a bit skeptical because I'd never seen the Convocation before, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But after having performed, I was really glad to kind of have a send-off, be able to perform my solo one last time for the student body, and get to be a part of the return of the Spring Arts Convocation.
Thank you, Alex. And clearly this event was an amazing opportunity for both the student body and the performers, and we are excited to see how this event turns out next year.
From cold and rainy to hot and sunny, who knows what to expect in this upcoming week? I'll be back later on to let you know.
Do you have any fun memories that you want to showcase at the graduation slideshow? Send your photos to the Google form linked on the Canvas dashboard by May 6th.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth.
Welcome back. As we told you earlier, prom is only 1 week away and tickets are currently on sale during all lunches in the cafeteria. Tickets are $30 through the rest of lunch today and will increase to $35 next week. If you wait to buy them at the door, they will cost $40. Please purchase your tickets today to save some money.
Calling all seniors. Do you have some fun memories that you want to showcase at the graduation slideshow? Send your photos to the Google form sent in your email or go to the link at the QR code shown here. All photos are due by May 6th. Photos submitted after the deadline won't be considered for the slideshow.
Seniors, be sure to check out the Parent Club Bucket List Scholarships. One HHS senior will receive a $1,000 scholarship and 4 seniors will receive a $500 scholarship to fund their favorite bucket list item during the summer of 2023. Completed applications must be submitted to the email address shown here by 3 p.m. 1 week from today, Friday, April 28th. All seniors are encouraged to dream big and apply.
The Environmental Club's annual New to You resale is just around the corner. Environmental Club sponsor Ms. Merkling details what you can look forward to and what impact the resale makes on our community.
The Environmental Club's Resale is an annual fundraiser where every year we have the opportunity to take the materials that staff and students have that they don't need anymore to give them a chance at a second life. So it's definitely an opportunity for us to live our vision of being able to try to help make a difference to the environment and give them a chance at a new life. All of the proceeds that we get from the resale are used and go toward the Environmental Center. We are working on trying to renovate and do big projects out with the cabin. The district has recently, as of this year, replaced the roof, and then we are working on everything inside, outside, as well as other activities through the work-study program that get supported through these funds. If you're not able to make it to the resale and you would still like to provide donations or support our program, you can send checks to Homestead High School with the focus of the Environmental Club, and you can also contact Mrs. Bile in the Treasurer's office. I look very forward every year to being able to interact with the community, with students as they step up to volunteer their time and their efforts and their energy to be a part of Southwest Allen County Schools' gem of the Environmental Center and the cabin to help to support it and maintain it for many years to come.
The Environmental Club is excited to put on their annual fundraiser to help keep a SAC staple up and running. Be sure to drop by tomorrow and find what treasures await.
During the school day, many students take the opportunity of visiting the math resource room to get some additional math help. However, if you have tried visiting the math resource room after school anytime recently, you would have noticed it was closed. HHS In-Depth reporter Jaron Ellis is in now with an explanation why.
If you have tried going to the math resource room after school recently, you would have noticed it was closed. So that begs the question, what is the reason for the sudden closure?
People that were doing the after-school resource room were simply volunteering, and it was getting harder and harder to get people to volunteer for that after-school position. We had 2 days a week that it was open, and there were probably 5 or 6 of us that were volunteering to do it. If it was a paid position, then obviously somebody would be there all the time, filling those spots.
Students around the building who have no ability to get to the math resource room during the school day have spoken about their frustration of not being able to receive help.
Because the math resource room is closed, people like me who have a full schedule without a study hall have no way to get math help during the school day. And with my classes getting harder as I progress through my high school years, I need that kind of stability and get help after school. And so without it, I am struggling.
With students struggling not having the math resource room available after school, administration has made a plan to get it back and running.
Mrs. Summers came up with a great plan. I am going to teach periods 2 through 8 next year. So I don't actually start my day until second period. That means that my resource room will be after school 5 days a week. And I'll be in there every day so kids can come in and get help.
While unfortunately, the math resource room will not be available for the remainder of the semester after school, luckily next school year, students will be able to go to the math resource room any day they need help after school. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jaron Ellis.
Thanks, Jaron. Well, you may have seen the posters around the hall advertising the Spring Arts Festival next week, where the community can view and purchase student-made art. Reporter Nada DeHook is in now with a story over how this event is used to raise money for the art department.
Every year, the arts department holds a fundraiser where projects from different classes are sold in a variety of forms, including keychains, earrings, stickers, and more. This year, they've decided to broaden the people who can purchase the product by including an online store. To access the fundraiser website, go to the Homestead website Academics tab. Under Departments, click on Find Arts to find the Spartan Visual Arts website link. There, you can find information about the online shop under the Fundraisers tab, where you'll see an attached link to the Google form with all the products. But with the new construction progress comes the movement of these art classrooms to a new area of the school, making the need for more funds higher than ever.
All the funds are going to be pooled into our art department fund, and it's especially important this year because, as you know, we are moving into our new rooms next year, and what it's going to be used for primarily is for new equipment and new supplies. So things like easels and things for the ceramics and photography and all sorts of things that we might need that we will not have when we move into those new rooms.
I would greatly encourage students to participate in helping with this fundraiser, just to help us to have the things that we're going to need in our new space for the longevity of our program. And honestly, they're such fun things. The Shrinky Dink jewelry is just so fun and quirky and whimsical. And the shirts that the graphic design students and stickers that they have created are just really fun and a way to show your Spartan spirit. If you'd like to support the arts department this year, make sure to stop by the Spring Arts Gallery next week and purchase one of the products from our talented artists here at Homestead. For HHS In Depth, I'm Nada DeHook.
Thanks, Nada. Well, this week has been all over the place, so what can we expect outside for the weekend?
Matthias Arizmendi joins us now to tell us the answer.
Thanks, Bryce and Ryan. Today and Saturday looks a little rainy, so make sure not to plan anything outside. Both days look a little different, with today's high of 61 and Saturday's high being 48. Good news for Sunday is it's going to dry up but only reach a high of 44. Well, this weekend definitely could be better. Is there anything to look forward to next week? I'll be back later in the show to let you know.
Thanks, Matthias. Next and Down to the Wire, Anthony will get us caught up on Spartan athletics news over the last week.
Stick around. You're watching HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. Here's this week's Club Roundup. Ping Pong Club will be meeting today in the cafeteria until 3:30. Please bring your own paddles and balls if possible. The next Minority Student Union meeting will meet today in room 611, Dr. Robinson's room. We will be taking our yearbook picture during this meeting. Come to Film Club in room 614 next Tuesday after school. We will be finishing Dr. Strangelove. Come on out to the next Students for Life Tuesdays until 3:15 in Mr. Tucky's room, room 503. To get up to the minute club updates and additional information, please check out the HHS announcement page on Canvas.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire. I'm Anthony Gary. It's official. All spring sports are now underway, and the good results just won't stop. First off, another win for the girls' tennis team. It was another dominant day for the girls' tennis team this week as they handled Norwell 4-1. Number 1 singles Macy Parker won 2-1. Number 2 singles Layla Kelly won 2-0, and number 3 singles Caroline Stock won 2-0. In doubles, our number 1 team of Reagan Zitlaw and Kendall Fry won both of their sets 2-0. The girls are now ranked number 18 in the state and will play at Guerin Catholic tomorrow. Last Saturday, the softball team played a doubleheader against East Noble. In Game 1, Ava Mejia controlled from the mound with 6 strikeouts in 4 innings. Also in Game 1, Steph Quartercracks had an outstanding night at the plate with 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 RBI. In Game 2, Libby Minobi got on base 4 out of 4 times with 3 hits, 3 RBI, and 2 stolen bases. The girls play tonight at 5 versus Norwell. The Homestead golf team beat Concordia Tuesday to start their season. Jack Berter had himself an incredible round by shooting a 32 or 4 under par on 9 holes. This score will go down as the second best score on 9 holes in school history. The team will play in the LC Classic at Sandy Pines tomorrow. That'll do it for this week's edition of Down to the Wire. Thank you for watching, and Matthias will have a final check of the weather when we return.
Next week on HHS In Depth, reporter Michelle Obioma will bring you a story about do's and don'ts at prom. Catch this story and more next week.
Next week warms up with Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's high are all going to be in the 50s, with Monday and Tuesday being cloudy and Wednesday bringing light showers. Thursday is when things start to clear up again, with a high of 60 and only partly cloudy. So try to get out as much as you can next week. I hope that was some good news to make you look forward to next week. Bryce, Ryan, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Matthias, and thank you for watching today.
Good luck to all of our Homestead athletes and other performers in action this weekend.
Want to catch up with HHS In Depth beyond this news show? Check out our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Homestead Media for updates, recaps, and other short stories around school.
Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here again next week.